So again, we'll get off here. It is not that walk. We'll just straight forward together. There is toilets, and then to visit the church.
Smile, jump. Mother, join them. Mother, join them. Okay. It's all right.
Very secret, so the fear. So for flying the entrance, so this is an example of a rolling door. Imagine how so nothing comes easy to start any good thing. It's hard. This is what we learn. Sacrifice. Rolling. Now we go to church. We meet, like him, with mind. Everyone. Roll open, roll the floor. And the feeling inside them, that is like, chase. It was found in the area here, as I said, it was east of the river Jordan. Down there, we'll go, it's a nicer view to, there was Moses Spring. Moses Spring. To these brackets, I don't confirm that this is the places where we stuck the stone, but it's the same concept. But it is the way, actually, we were east of Madaba. You remember in the bus I told you, east of the city Madaba, the battle with the Amorites, before heading down to the mountain, they took the valley, the road in the valley, because people that time they were walking. And imagine the effort also, what we learned, the effort, totally it is the effort. Walking all that distance from Egypt. All what we did in the bus today, they walked. They just walked. And later, in the north, Jesus Christ, when he went up to the Sea of Galilee and make the tour in the Decapolis, down to the baptism site, which we will see from here, the Jordan River, walked. So that's why yesterday I told you it was easy. So to have a little experience. So I think it was easy yesterday. Don't say hard. Promise.
So then you can connect this place with the stories from our faith, the Hebrew scriptures, and as you know, the Jews are our older brothers and sisters in the faith. So we share that faith with them. So it's good for us to be familiar with the stories of the scriptures. The 34th chapter of the book of Deuteronomy. Then, leaving the plains of Moab, Moses went up Mount Nebo the peak of Pisgah opposite Jericho, and God showed him the whole country. Gilead, as far as Dan, the whole of Naphtali, the country of Ephraim and Manasseh, the whole country of Judah as far as the western sea, the Negev and the region of the valley of Jericho, city of palm trees, as far as Zoar. God said to him, "This is the country which I promised on oath to give to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, saying, I shall give it to your descendants. I have allowed you to see it for yourself, but you will not cross into it." There, in the country of Moab, Moses, servant of God, died as God decreed. He buried him in the valley in the country of Moab, opposite Beth Peor. But to this day, no one has ever found his grave. Moses was 120 years old when he died, his eyes undimmed, his vigor unimpaired. The Israelites wept for Moses in the plains of Moab for 30 days. The days of weeping for the mourning rites of Moses came to an end. Joshua, son of Nun, was filled with the spirit of wisdom, for Moses had laid his hands on him, and him the Israelites obeyed, carrying out the order which God had given to Moses. Since then, there has never been such a prophet in Israel as Moses, the man whom Yahweh knew face to face. What signs and wonders yet God caused him to perform in Egypt against Pharaoh, all his servants, and his whole country. How mighty the hand and great the fear that Moses wielded in the eyes of all Israel. The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
So now that we have read the scriptures, now hopefully as you explore this place, you'll be able to contemplate the significance of this and your relationship with God. So
It's the Jordan Valley. You'll see like green line, which is the Jordan River. This is now the left borders between Jordan and Israel now. To the left you'll see the Dead Sea. And normally without the haze we can see to the north up to the Sea of Galilee. There's a little indicator there, map, like show direction and distance from each city. Jerusalem is exactly that side, about 11 o'clock. Okay. You will look from there and then you go into the church, which was built early 6th century. Yeah, 523, something like that, with very astonishing mosaics. Imagine we're talking 1,500 years from now, and you will see the art that we use. This is a new, actually the building is new, it's not the original church, but the original church is protected inside this building. Okay? It was, the original one was 524, 3, and then another one was built over. So it is two churches with one over. Yeah, two levels, lower and
That's the border. And I can see the blue light. So we'll see. See a valley. Jerusalem over there.
stand here. The Church of Moses.
Oh, the Basilica of Moses.
Because the south, you will see it also in the when we come to the Dormition. Even in you go to any Byzantine Orthodox church, Mary as the Dormition of Mary is always located. The icon of the Dormition of Mary is always found on the south side, right? And then so you begin from there to life. So that's also reflected in the baptismal liturgy. You go down and you get immersed in the water, then you emerge out. You don't return back to where you started, or move forward, and then you will have new life that we went through later. So even in the Old Testament, the people of Egypt, the people who left Egypt had to cross the Red Sea. And that crossing of the Red Sea is for them their baptism. Okay? So they were not just running away from Pharaoh, but they're going to the Red Sea and then emerging on the other side is life for them and freedom, which is all evoked in the baptism.
Here is Jerusalem.